Hello.
Well, good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
Sunday, November 20th.
Yeah.
Hard to believe we're at the end of November.
Ooh.
It's going fast. The cruise is coming fast too then.
Yeah, that's the good part for us. The countdown has been on for our next cruise. So as fast as November seems to have gone by, it means it's less days till we get on a ship.
Yeah, in the last 24 hours, we have had 20 centimeters or 8 inches of snow on the ground outside in the front yard. You can't see it because it's dark out there, but yeah. So winter is here for at least where we are in this part of the world. Yeah. So we desperately need a cruise soon to solve that problem.
Yeah, for sure.
But I am back and healthy this week.
Yes, you're much better this week than you were last week.
I've decided to celebrate for the rest of November being healthy, to grow a little bit of a mustache from November.
No way.
What do you think?
As if.
Maybe I'll keep it for the Carnival cruise. Joe would love that.
Not a huge fan of mustaches. I do understand growing them for November and the cause. That's a great cause. But yeah, you're never going to sport a mustache.
It might. I should have probably planned last November till now. Otherwise, it takes me a long time to grow facial hair. Yeah. I'll give it a try with the 10 days I've got left. We'll see next week's live how it's looking.
Oh, really?
I don't know if you can see it today.
Well, there's a little bit of peach fuzz there right now.
There you go. Oh, so should we check in with everybody or tell them about your new news?
No, let's check in with everybody.
Check in with everybody first before we give you Jill's news. Okay, so let's throw a couple up on the screen here.
All right. Oh, good evening, Peter.
Long ways away. Over across the pond there. Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Good night, dear cruisers. Hopefully you're still awake, Peter.
Yeah.
I see that you're here since what time? Just after 6 o'clock our time, which would be 11 your time.
Dear cruisers.
Yeah, so.
Wow. Cruisers is definitely a word, yes.
Yes, cruisers for sure. And James and Kimmy Cat. But
hi, James.
Kimmy Cat's working tonight. Yeah. So, hi, James from California.
We were messaging each other earlier today, Kimmy Cat and I.
Yeah.
She's been working hard on our behalf.
That's true. Yeah. Lots of talk about the group cruise and Black Friday, and we're going to talk a little bit about that in a while.
Yeah, in a bit.
And who else we have on here? Greetings. Peter. Oh, it's nice to see you. Oh, so he was saying hi to Peter just before we started the live. Yeah, Reggie and her man. Her man has a name. Oh, we even checked in. Look at that. Hi, everybody. Shannon is here.
Hi, Shannon.
She was looking forward to it. All these people joined before the actual live. It's amazing to see everybody on here. So it's wonderful to see the great support. We're going to go back and forth on reading these. Or you want me to read them all?
No, you read them all because your eyes are better with the glasses than mine.
Your glasses work.
Well, okay, I can put them on and read a few, I guess. Let's see. We have, sorry guys, it's that time. Bruce and, sorry, I can't really see it though.
Bruce and Tawny, looking forward to it. From North Carolina, enjoyed their first cruise, even though they had to deal with Hurricane Nicole.
Oh, wow.
Thanks to the guidance provided through your videos. So, yeah, hurricanes are... It's funny because people think ships, they think ocean, they think hurricanes. People that haven't cruised before is like, oh, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
But luckily, the cruise ships usually try to get away.
Try. Well, I think they've been successful. We haven't heard of any cruise ships.
Well, none right through it. Yeah. Sometimes they get caught in kind of the outer bands of it, and they get some bad weather and waves. And
we've been very fortunate because we've traveled during hurricane season quite a bit, and we have had port changes and that sort of thing, but we have never been at risk of anything. They knew it was coming, and we went to a different part of the Caribbean to avoid it.
And I like storm chasing, so that's not what I would have done with the cruise ship if I was
he was upset, and I was happy. There you go.
And we've got Mark in from Maine.
Hi, Mark.
Maine. And Ken is in from Canada.
Oh,
just outside of Ottawa, capital of Canada. Toronto is not the capital of Canada. We hear that a lot where else we're in the world.
Yeah.
Everybody knows Toronto and Vancouver usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ottawa is the capital.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah.
And what ship were they on? Oh, okay, Reggie and her man are talking. I wonder what ship you're on when you hurricane.
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember.
What ship
I think they told us, but we should start writing this stuff down because we know everybody's cruising all the time.
Yeah, it would be a big book.
Richard's here from Lake Hughes.
Oh.
Where's Lake Hughes?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you?
Nope.
Give us more detail.
Yeah, I'm not sure where that is, Richard.
Yeah.
Utah? No, I'm guessing.
Mark, only
Well,
80 days for an LLC cruise on the Dawn. Oh, the
Valentine's
Valentine's Day cruise for my wife, Doreen and I. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That would be a great cruise, I'm
Yeah.
sure.
We've been on the Dawn twice. We liked it both times.
Yeah, we have.
Yep.
Yeah, we really like the Dawn.
And it's funny because we thought that's what Norwegian was like, right? Because we were on 3 ships the same class. Then we
Right.
just did Norwegian a couple months ago. Those vlogs are about to come up starting in the next week or two.
Yeah, epic.
And it kind of blew our mind because the Norwegian on the bigger ships was a little bit different than the smaller ships. So
Yeah, we quite enjoyed it.
Yep. So wait to see those vlogs coming out really soon. And Lulu is here. Good evening from
Stittsville? Is that what it says? Sorry.
Dixon from Stittsville.
Yeah. All right.
And we've got, Reggie and her man. We try to decide to cruise next. Mediterranean or Norwegian fjords, maybe Azamara for a special anniversary.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, we've been looking at Azamara. As you know, we know Paul and Carol love to travel. We follow them, and they're doing Azamara out of Australia in a few weeks. So we're very curious to see what they're starting in Singapore, going to Australia, and then going around. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So it'll be interesting to see how they find Azamara. So
yeah,
we priced them out. We've looked at them. Just our schedule just doesn't work well for cruises that aren't 7 days starting on weekends because of our work schedules. And Azamara has a more variety, different type of schedule
it's
usually.
definitely probably one we'll try once we have a freer work schedule.
Yes. Once we finally get fed up and quit our jobs.
Yeah, right.
Could happen.
Came close this week, to be quite honest. But
Greg's-
let's move on from that.
Greg's here from the Oregon coast, ready to rock and roll and plan a cruise.
Ooh.
No pressure.
Yeah.
We've had lots of people in the Facebook group
So
there.
Greg's back from Hawaii then.
Yeah.
Because last week he was in Hawaii, right?
And he already wants to go away.
Yeah, there you go.
It's always the best time to book a cruise when you just get back from a cruise because you're all pumped up for the next one, right?
Right. Yeah,
Yep.
for sure.
So hopefully the flight back was okay.
Yeah.
And where's Stittsville?
Stittsville is a suburb of. Oh, do I have it wrong?
I don't know. I was
It's
waiting to see what you said.
It's a suburb of Ottawa. It's outside of Ottawa.
Was it?
Am I wrong? I believe that's correct.
We're going to find out because Ken's here from.
Stittsville.
Oh, he's saying good evening to Stittsville.
Oh.
We're going to find this out if we go far enough through the comments,
Okay.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Hi, everybody from Kathy.
Kathy.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Sorry.
Oh, someone just asked Stittsville near Ottawa question mark.
Yeah, it is. In
We're-
my opinion, I believe I've stayed in Stittsville,
Oh,
just
yeah?
outside of Ottawa, years
Okay,
ago.
we're
But
gonna.
yeah.
We should change the title of this live. Where is Stittsville?
I'm pretty sure it's
we will
sort of
solve it.
just outside of Ottawa.
Peter's doing a time check. It's midnight. So,
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Mm.
Yep. So let's have a cheers. Since I'm not on any medication tonight, I can have a Crown Royal.
Oh,
There's been lots of good reports of Crown Royal. We can talk about that too.
yes and no. We
Oh,
did have
yeah.
one report this week that it isn't on
Cheers.
one Holland America ship that they're on. Yeah.
Yes, we saw pictures just less than 24 hours ago on New Amsterdam, New Statendam.
Mhm.
Forget which ship
I
it
don't
was.
know. It is a Holland
Someone
ship, but
on
I
our
forget which one.
Facebook group posted a picture. So,
Yeah.
and we're working our way through here. It is west end suburb of Ottawa is where Stittsville
See,
is.
I got it right there. I passed the geography test tonight.
That must be close to Canada.
Yeah,
That's kind of how
it
I
is.
picture Canada.
it is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Very close.
Southwest Florida, Bulldog is howdy.
Good evening.
Florida. What we could give to be in Florida this time of year with 20 centimeters of snow. Good
Yeah.
evening from Florida again, 50 degrees Fahrenheit. So
Don't rub it in.
so that's quite cool.
I know you think that's cool, but that's hot for us.
That's plus 10 Celsius. We take that right now.
We would take that in a heartbeat.
Yeah, it's supposed to.
I know it's cold for Florida, but it is not for here.
We're
would be
expected
happy
to
with it.
maybe warm up to 40 this week if we're really lucky at the midweek. So we'll see if that happens. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Be nice.
And yay, Pete, Reggie. I think there's still conversations going on that we're catching up with in the
Yeah.
background. Ground filter, laugh out loud. Oh, no shave November.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Well, I shaved down here. I just didn't shave the mustache.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I think here you didn't shave either, so it's more
Well,
of a goatee.
I
got
did.
going on,
I shaved a
think.
lower. I got 3 heights of cut going on.
Oh.
I used to work at a golf course. I know all about different heights of cut. I got the rough growing above my lip. I got a little bit of fairway growing down the chin. I've got, this is the green down here, right? You can putt on the bottom of that. Yes, right there. Oh, somehow we're getting sidetracked
Yeah, we are.
from cruising here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we got to come back to Shannon there. Oh, a second. I just saw, Bruce and Tawny came in with a super chat.
Oh. We will send you a New Amsterdam Crown Royal report via Facebook in 2 weeks. Oh, that's great. 2 weeks. Exciting.
Perfect.
Yeah. We're looking forward to our New Amsterdam cruise.
Thank you for the $4.99. That's going to go towards the parasailing fund. And I've been looking up prices. It looks like it might happen on our California cruises coming up in a few weeks. We're more than halfway funded now. I think we're at the point where at least everybody's paid for me to go.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm willing to pay for myself to go because I want to do it. So we're good.
So thanks everybody for supporting the channel. We're going to try to give you an experience that might be really interesting. I'm hoping we can take the cameras up. I've seen footage of that, so I think we can.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Footage from above. We need
to sort of have a harness or something for that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it all out. Yeah. Okay, trying to get back here.
Yeah, there you are.
Cheers to being healthy. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. It's way better being over the colds. We both had, we both had the colds, and I think our son came out for dinner. I think I might have given it to him or Mr. Canuck did.
Cheers.
So we seem to be healthy as we spread it on to others, unfortunately.
Very large iceberg. Where's your cheersing? Oh, don't even talk to Jill about what she's drinking.
Sorry, it's a Sunday night.
It's vodka.
Yeah, no, it's water.
Good evening from Newmarket, Ontario.
Oh, Newmarket.
You're feeling
close
better?
To your stomping grounds.
Yes, actually, I was born.
You were born in Newmarket.
Newmarket Hospital. Yeah. There you go.
That's right.
You go down there, you can see if anybody remembers me.
Yeah. It's probably a different hospital by now.
I think so. No, I think it's still the same hospital.
Really?
Yeah, pretty sure.
It would be a very old building then by now.
Yeah, Crown and Coke Zero. That's exactly the recipe that works just perfect on a cruise. Yes. Yeah. And if you have three of those, then the evening goes perfectly. Yes. And you're usually the life of the party. If you have four, it's too many. I call him three drink Jerry. That's my nickname for him, guys. It's good when it's 3 drinks. You don't want more. But 3 drinks is good. I'm from Saskatoon. 44 No, I said it wrong. Saskatoon. You said it just like me. I know. I was imitating you. I'm like, what are you reading? 44 days till the Rotterdam. Oh, nice. We were talking about the Rotterdam today, thinking I just want to get back on the Rotterdam. Yeah. Yep. So, question for anybody who's on the group tonight. Maybe somebody will tell us. We were asking. We were wondering this today. So we were on the new Stotendam. The wine. I forget what it was called. It was some kind of a wine blend. It was where blend, you were blending your own wine across from the Orange dining room. Right. It was closed down. It looked like it was shut down for good. We were there on Christmas, New Year's. So we were wondering if maybe they were going to convert it to Half Moon Bar, which is like what they have Rotterdam in the place on the Rotterdam. Yeah. So we're just wondering if anybody in New Stottenham knows if the wine place opened up or whether they're renovating to put in Half Moon Bar. I'm not sure. Yeah. Good question. Yes. Very. Let us know if you know. Good evening from Calgary. Oh, hi, Claudia. Yes. And Daryl. And Daryl. Oh, sorry, I don't have my glasses on. I just see the bolder name that came up. And here from Burlington, Ontario. Oh, nice. I'm not sure if Burlington got it, but the neighbors just a little bit south of Burlington there in Buffalo, they had like what 4 feet of snow. I heard, yeah. Lake effect snow. We had lake effect snow this morning, and that's how we got some of ours, but not that much. Not as much as them, yeah. And good evening from Rose. Went to Pickering College. Here we go. Oh. I'm just clicking on all these. We'll hear what everybody has to say tonight. Good evening from Florida. More Florida. Oh, nice. Wouldn't it be nice when we can do these lives from Florida? Maybe even outside or something. Oh, that would be nice. Yeah, yes. Outside live in Florida. Yeah. Yep. I like that idea. Langley, BC. There you go. We're coast to coast today. Yeah. Yep. Hi, Jill and Jerry. Dawn and Sherry here from just outside of Paris, Ontario. Oh, nice. It's always very interesting. We went to Europe. I was amazed, and especially England, how many towns are same towns as all the towns in Ontario? Yeah, definitely. They carried over the town names when they colonized, immigrated, to Canada. Yeah, so go Argos. People still watch the CFL. Wow. That's shocking to me. Really? Yeah. I guess that's a real Canadian thing. Yeah, for sure. I don't know if I should say what my favorite team is for football. No, we shouldn't. No, we get booed. Yeah. I just say my favorite player was Dan Marino. There you go. Enough said. And that's the last time they ever won anything, right? No, they didn't really win anything then either. Oh, really? Okay. Good evening from Brampton. Wife and I just came from Outlet Mall shopping, Michigan, prepare for New York's cruise, Regal Princess. So there you go. Oh, nice. So we live near a border town as well. We go cross-border shopping. We've been really surprised. Like the dollar hasn't been great, but like inflation seems to really affect the Michigan area, and prices are higher than what they were before COVID. We noticed. So yeah, for sure. We're still trying to navigate the new world of cross-border shopping, and so that's good. Hopefully, you got lots of clothing, dresses. I always thought you would hope that more than me. It's kind of froze on me. Sorry. Pickering is a great school. Yeah. I grew up in New York region, north of Pickering. We used to go down to Pickering some Friday nights to look for trouble, but That's a different story, a different vlog, a different video. Good evening from Tanya Hunter. And here we go. We've got an answer to we're looking forward to 7-day New Amsterdam in 2 weeks and a 7-day Carnival cruise in January. Wow.
What ship on Carnival?
Bruce and Tanya are all over the cruising. So,
yeah.
Wow. They got back from surviving Nicole and they're going to go on 2 more. So
yeah.
2 weeks. So that puts you still before Christmas and then Carnival after the holidays. That'll be fun. Yeah. Curious to know what Carnival ship you're going to be on. We've been on a lot of them. That's why we're kind of curious. Yeah.
But we haven't been on the last newer one.
We got an answer. One click of the button. Elation out of Jacksonville.
Oh, yes, we've done that.
Yeah, we cruised out of Jacksonville once. It was the cruise that we took to get platinum status.
Yeah.
Back in the old days when it was the number of cruises, not the number of nights.
Right.
That's how old we are.
Yeah. You had to have 10 cruises by a certain date. And so we booked a last minute elation.
3 days.
No, it was 5.
5-day New Year's cruise out of Jacksonville is what we did.
And we had a blast. Yeah, we had lots of fun on it.
Yeah, it's always an interesting port to leave from Jacksonville. You sit there and kind of look at it. I think there's like a nuclear power plant nearby and a military facility. So it's kind of a funny port to sit.
There was a lot of Hummers and military vehicles in the parking lot.
Richard, so Lake Hughes is Los Angeles County.
Oh, okay.
We're going to be in Los Angeles in less than 4 weeks now.
Yeah.
It's hard to believe.
Excited for that.
Yes. We'll be landing at LAX. Around, just a little bit later than now.
Yeah.
Yep. And Richard and Suzanne. We're catching up with the introduction still. We're getting there. Hi from Midland, Michigan.
Oh,
so
nice.
I think Dawn was on last week as well. The week before.
Yeah.
Looking forward to the next video. Yeah, so are we. Working on a combination of videos right now that and doing some ship tour stuff and trying to get done for the Caribbean Princess we did this summer, plus the Pride. I'm also working on the Rome that we did a day in Rome before we got on the next cruise, plus working on the next cruise vlog. So yeah.
Mr. Connect's been very
busy in the
editing.
office. And then plus the special video that we got to talk about. That was another job I had to do as well. So we'll get to that in just a second though. Next Saturday, we're leaving for 2 weeks. Then we stop in Dawn. There you go. So Dawn, go check out that wine blending place and let us know. What's going on there. Is it open now or what's happening?
Yeah, whether they still have that or what is in this place.
And hello from Halifax. Oh, I have to look in close here.
Yeah,
Donna from Halifax, Nova Scotia.
Oh.
Yeah, we have family in Halifax.
Yeah.
Going on home to America March 26th.
Oh, just after we're off of it.
Yeah, so we're on the New Amsterdam on March 12th, I believe. So 2 weeks before you. So I hope you don't like Dawn or Crown Royal Dawn because it'll be all gone by the time you get on it.
Yeah,
so.
They won't restock.
And Robin's here from St. Augustine, Florida.
Nice.
All these Florida people. And Ken is back, or Canada and Stittsville. Okay, that confirms what we thought there.
So. Yeah.
And Sherry just got back from 5-day Caribbean cruise.
On Royal Caribbean Mariner of the Seas. Would a longer Royal Caribbean cruise have less children? Or do we need to take a Holland America cruise to experience that?
We're the last ones to ask about that because we had an experience of almost all children. We found out during the cruise that there was a promotion on where children cruised for free.
So we went on a 7-day Liberty of the Seas cruise of the very last week of August, thinking that a lot of the children from the US are back in school by then. And so it wouldn't be as many children. And we couldn't have been more wrong. I have never been on a ship with more children in all of our cruises. People say Carnival has children. Not compared to what this ship did. It had the most children we had ever seen. So yes, Holland America definitely has a lot less children. Princess has less children too, I will say.
I would argue on that cruise for Legends of the Sea.
Celebrity also.
Like Carnival had less children than the Royal we did. But,
absolutely.
But I think the Royal Caribbean ships on the older ships that do longer itineraries, they're almost kid-free is what we've heard from friends of ours that have done it. So if you don't want to have a lot of children running around, then that might be a solution. But yeah, 7 days on newer ships, they're going to be lots of kids and families for sure. Yeah. Whereas
that was a 5-day one, but I don't think it makes a difference. We were on a 7-day one. It was definitely, maybe if you're on a 14-day one, it would be. But
there we go. Southwest Bulldog $4.99 super sticker. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
We're getting there. Yeah. I'll be able to afford to have some Crown Royal before I go up parasailing. I'm not driving, so that should be okay, right?
Right.
I'm not sure how that works.
I don't know if they'll let you, but you can try that.
Hey, Tanya, love your glasses.
Oh,
there you go.
Thank you. As you see me take them off and on, they're just literally little cheater glasses, reader glasses that are for blue light. So
I take mine on. I just look
so
strange.
to look at the camera, I can't really see far away, but I need them to see up close. I'm in that in between stage. Do I do it? Do I not? With getting bifocal glasses. Oh, I hate that word. Anyways, thanks though.
Rose has got news. This has become a trend now. Husband was born in Newmarket Hospital. It was York Regional back then. Yeah, I think you're right. That's what it was called.
He was born in the elevator.
Yeah. Wow.
He was in a hurry even back then. I love that story. That's great, Rose.
I don't think I was in an elevator, but my mother's never revealed this to me.
Yeah, I know. I'm pretty sure you were born in a delivery room.
Yeah,
I'm sure we
possibly dropped. I'm not sure.
Yeah, right. Dropped on your head. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. 3 months of the Caribbean Princess, which is how I found your channel initially. So then pay attention. I'm almost done the Caribbean Princess ship tour that I've been working on.
Yeah.
So lots of footage in there of different things like the bar, Good Spirits.
Good Spirits.
And what else? We do a little bit about the sanctuary. We also just spent some time in. So it's got some details amongst the general cruise tour as well. So
for sure.
So trying to get that done in the next few days, hopefully in the next week. So, and we see that we've got Rudy here from Sacramento, California. I'm trying to think if we've been to Sacramento. We've been around it, if not driven through it.
Yeah, I was going to say, I thought maybe.
Yeah. And from Montreal.
Oh.
Yes, okay, here we go. Updates. So the wine place was open last week. We're on the new Stop Dog.
Oh, okay. Thanks for letting us know that.
Because we would have liked to have tried it, but it wasn't even open.
But then it wasn't open the whole 2 weeks we were on board.
Okay.
So they do have that up and running again.
Okay.
Thank you.
Do they have Crown Royal there?
It's a wine blending bar. No.
Tried. Brisbane, Australia. I wonder what time is it there?
What time do you have?
It's like probably breakfast time in the morning, is it? Something like that. I would have to imagine. Yes. Wow. The elation again in January before it goes to the dry dock for 3 weeks.
Oh,
well, that's good to see that they're actually putting in dry dock. Means they're not getting rid of it. So that's good news.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep. And let's just catch on. Return last Sunday from Wonder of the Seas, Transatlantic. Wow, that would have been a big cruise with the newer huge ship.
Oh, wow. How was that?
Yeah, that would have been a cruise to be on for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, that would be. We saw the Wonder of the Seas in Barcelona, I think, when we were in Mediterranean. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if we got any footage of it. We'll have to wait till that vlog comes out. I don't think we got any. It was pretty far away from where we were.
Yeah.
There was a lot of people in Barcelona. I'm sure all of them were from Wonder of the Seas. But
it was a pretty packed spot for
Actually,
sure.
There's probably as many cruise ships there as we've seen in Fort Lauderdale sometimes in Barcelona. There was a lot of cruise ships there that day. Yeah. For sure. Kathy's on the new start in September. Did see the wine blending location across.
Yeah, that's where it was.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So and it sounds like it's open. So we've got that. Oh, I see we're getting to a question here. How many gala nights are there on a 7-day Holland America cruise?
2.
Yeah. Yep. 2 for sure. And it's always a debate as to when they are. The rule of thumb used to be like first sea day.
Yes.
And then like, I don't know, second last night, or usually it's not. Sometimes there's a sea day coming back to Fort Lauderdale. So it's often not that one for the.
Right.
So
if they have a sea day on day 5 or so, that'll be your second formal night. But if it's not until the last day coming back, they often don't do that just because of packing and people haven't had their luggage out. So, but there is definitely 2. We've never been on a Holland America where we haven't had 2 elegant nights.
Yep. Yeah, because you'd hate to have to wear your suit off first thing in the morning and getting off the ship. And Peter says, go on Virgin, no children. Yes, that's the rule for sure.
Adults only there.
Yep. And then I think a question about Virgin is expanding. Yeah. We were looking at Virgin. Prices are a little higher, but they include a few more things. But it's been mixed reviews on Virgin. And when we eventually get the time to cruise all the cruise ships we want, I'm sure we'll give it a try eventually.
Yeah, they'll be in the list somewhere there.
We got an update on
this. Peter was born in a taxi.
That wasn't his fault.
Well, I don't know. I think you decide when you're coming.
Great. So Southwest Bulldog saying great. I think the Caribbean Princess Tour that's coming out on our channel. Before 10 years ago, my wife was aboard.
Oh.
What we were curious has changed. It was crew.
Yeah.
It was crew aboard.
Yeah.
Curious how it's changed. So we don't know what's changed because that was the first time on it.
Looking forward to the ship video.
Yeah.
Well, we did hear though. I was on Facebook with I believe it was Kimmy Cat today that was talking to me about how she was on the Caribbean Princess before, and she could tell from watching our vlogs that it's been updated and upgraded since she was on it, which it has for sure. I think the cabins probably didn't get much of an upgrade except for new bedding and mattresses and that sort of thing, but the bathrooms are definitely original, that sort of thing. but like the bars have been updated, the restaurants, all of that sort of thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was really nice and clean for sure. You didn't know the age at all. Yeah, no, for sure. In Brisbane, it is 10:23 in the morning. That's almost lunchtime then there. Yeah.
There you go.
Brunch, time for C-Day brunch.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
2 dressy nights and New Tottenham. Yeah, so 2 on a 7-day cruise. Yeah.
Sure.
And we were kind of confused on Carnival when we watched our vlogs that we thought we'd have more than 2 on a 12-day and a 9-day, but we only had 2 each one of those as well. So
yeah, I went on their website prior to leaving for packing for the cruise, and it had said there would be more, but there wasn't.
Yep. So I'm just gonna throw a little bit of a teaser in here. So you ladies have been asking Jill for something for quite a while now, for months and months, and Jill's been very reluctant. And so she finally got around to making a video. I'm going to leave a link in our private Facebook group after this live, and you'll be able to see the link. The link isn't on our normal YouTube channel. Well, it is, but it's not listed. So you're not going to be able to see it from there. You're going to have to go to the private Facebook group to get the link.
Right.
And you'll be able to see it. Here's a little bit of a tease, though. There you go. Jill's closet. All the dresses. She's trying on over a dozen new dresses that she ordered. So I won't give it all away, but that's what's in the video. So yeah, if you're into that type of thing, and if not,
yeah, don't watch it.
Then
it's fine. But I've had a lot of people ask me where I get my dresses, and I can't give you one decisive place, but I just ordered from a new company. So we decided we would film what that was and what it looks like, and start a conversation with women that are trying to find dresses that are good for cruising.
Yep. So that's that update. Like I said, won't say much. Let the video kind of leak out there. We'll probably end up posting it maybe on our public Cruising Canucks Facebook, maybe on Instagram. So
okay.
Like I said, and there'll be links around for it to get to YouTube. You just won't find it from our YouTube channel. So, and what else do we have for news? We just finished up our vlog series on the Carnival Pride. Thank you for everybody that's watching. I know some have watched all 21, so I've caught a few here and there. Yeah. And yeah, it was kind of nostalgic and almost sad watching the final episode. It's kind of funny after you've been on it and you've got back home all these months later. But yeah, it was, as much as we had some challenges with the new way of Carnival and changes in the app and stuff, all in all, we had a wonderful time, especially the ports made it, the people in the ports for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but yeah, so they're all done for now. You can go back and watch them if you hadn't seen them. And the next will be the Norwegian Epic. And not sure if we're going to get those out between the ship tours and stuff, but hopefully in the next week or two, that's going to start coming out. So we will get that to you. We had a great time in the Mediterranean. So yeah, it was phenomenal. Yeah.
It was. So, yeah, we did for sure.
Oh, so, and before we get to talking about Black Friday, because I have a few interesting comments and kind of how that ties in the group cruise, we'll take a couple more of the questions first.
Okay.
Just before you're too far behind, otherwise we end up with 200 questions at the end. Yeah. So I don't know, what did you win? Ship on a Stick? Oh, behind us.
That was for sports trivia you won it for,
yeah, so
right?
So that was an interesting experience. So there's a bit of a story there.
Oh, okay.
So that was back before I even knew Ship on a Stick was a big deal and people went cruising and vlogging, trying to win them all the time. That I was actually just sitting in a hot tub. We were on a cruise with the children, I think.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah. And I was just laying in the hot tub. I was having a drink of some sort. I might have had a couple.
Sure, he was having a Ryan diet.
Yeah, I probably
at the
had a couple drinks at the time. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll do trivia from the hot tub, is what I said.
And he did.
It was happening around the main pool, and everybody was doing trivia. And then it came down to like me and some other person tied to win. And they did this like question. I forget the question was. I think it was a golf question. And I was working on a golf course at the time, building a golf course. So I know golf inside and out. And so I won the Ship on a Stick for sports trivia of all things. So, and that was the last time we won a trivia competition until, won't give it away, but it's coming up in a vlog. So that was a long time ago. That was like, I don't know, 15 years ago.
Well, probably a dozen is what I would predict.
Yeah. So it was on the Carnival Fantasy, I think is what it says on the
ship. Probably says it. Yeah, it says Fantasy.
Yeah, so that was for sports trivia of all things. So go figure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's funny because doing sports trivia out of the United States is really tough because I'm not a big basketball or even college football. And so, but the Crown Royal, helped me that time. I come up with some good answers, obviously. So, and yes, for Jill's video, yes,
thanks,
it's in the queue. It's ready to go. As soon as we get done here and stop talking here, it's going to be out for the world to see and see all those dresses. Yes. Sorry, I missed it. I don't know. Don't do Facebook. Well, if you do, I don't know if you do Instagram. I guess Instagram's kind of like Facebook. We'll find a way where we're getting it. We'll get the link through to everybody. Maybe I should have had something to put here tonight, but anyway.
Yeah, you should have. Yeah, we can do that.
I'll figure that out. Maybe next week, instead of live, we'll just play the whole video.
For no.
Jill would like that. She's very self-conscious.
I'd be mortified by that.
It's a very good video of Jill, people.
No, I'm very honest. There's some dresses that look hideous on me, so you'll see that.
You need to talk with my wife about how to recycle dresses and move the inventory.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah.
I agree with you. I do sort of have my own sort of family and friends recycling thing going on. They all know when they come to my house, they can go to the spare closet and grab whatever they want. But you're right. We do need to recycle them a bit.
Jimmy's here, just back from New Amsterdam.
Amsterdam.
Highlights. Very nice ship.
Yeah.
Not
big.
Oh, which was great. There was bugs on it. I had a bug bite me on a cruise ship one time. BB King's A+, dinner A, especially dining A-, breakfast and lunch C-.
Oh,
not great. So yeah, I had a bit of a challenge actually with breakfast in the main dining room on Holland America, but I found at the pizza places where I cashed in, I love their breakfast bagels is what I like there.
Yeah.
So I kind of worked around some of the breakfast things, but yeah. And lunch, dive-in burgers. If you like dive-in burgers, lunches are good. Yeah, it's no Guy's Burger, but it's close.
It's way better.
And Jerry, love your great shirts too. There you go.
There you go.
So we should do like a in the closet with Jerry.
Sure.
No, that didn't sound right.
I would love to videotape how I get him packed before we go on a cruise. It's usually a lot of complaining and a lot of moaning. Yeah.
Crown Royal and collars. That's what we'll call the new channel.
There you go.
Yeah. And James is on saying Kimmy Cat's all about dresses.
Yes,
So-
she is. She's given me some websites to check out too. I'm in the process of doing. Yeah.
Yeah. And Jerry will do his version. Oh, there we go. So now we got two people saying that we need to do out of the closet with Jerry. Or Crown Royal and collars, whatever we're going to call it. Oh.
Yeah, thanks.
Thought we were at the end of the comments. Late due to Instant Pot disaster.
Oh no.
That sounds like that could be a pretty big disaster because I picture Instant Pot and I picture
Explosions.
exploding food on the
That's
ceiling.
what we're thinking.
So hopefully it wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
That would be an interesting YouTube video. I don't know if you got that for your channel or not.
Yeah.
Oh, hopefully you're okay and you managed to find some dinner out of that. Jerry, did you lose any weight on the last cruise? So you didn't lose, but I was dead even. Like I ate constantly for 35 days in Europe and didn't gain a pound.
Well, I wouldn't say constantly because you don't eat breakfast, right?
Oh, that's true.
So yeah.
Not often, yeah.
No.
But I ate lots between lunch and bedtime.
Yes, I'll give you that for sure.
And lots of drinks. So that's where a lot of the calories come from.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, we did 5 weeks of cruising and you didn't gain a pound in the whole 5 weeks.
Nope.
So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, usually it's almost a pound a day on a good cruise for me. So I was worried that 35 pounds later.
I mean, we were consciously trying not to. There were quite a few meals that we ate large, but
Yeah, that's lots of exercise, I think, is what did it.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Plus.
Yeah.
And Jimmy, Diamond Burger A+.
Yeah,
That would be
we agree.
Guy's Burger A++ then?
No.
Right, Jimmy?
No.
Have you ever done a river cruise?
No.
We've looked at it. We've talked to people that have done it. We've watched videos on it.
We want to do it.
It's just like we wanted to do other big Europe cities first that we just did. And then hopefully river cruises in the near future.
Right.
Again, it's one of those things that's hard to fit into our work schedule because you don't want to do a river cruise in Europe in the winter. I don't think there's such a thing. You need to do it in the summer.
Mhm.
So yeah, we're trying to figure out how we do that. But yes, we want to give it a try. I think we're curious enough. I understand it's a different type of cruising altogether.
Mhm.
So yeah, it'd be interesting to give it a try. Not a lot of people vlog that, so it might be interesting to see. And lunch lack variety, especially for vegetarian. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
And Peter says on Holland America, I do breakfast at the buffet, lunch at the burger or pizza, and dinner in the main dining room. Yeah, that's that was pretty close to our routine. Yeah, like I said, buffet sometimes was replaced with main dining room for breakfast. And
Yeah, I like a main dining room breakfast.
pizza place.
We don't do it all the time, but yeah.
And here's a tip for you from Annette. Walk lots of stairs that keep you fit.
That's true. you usually complain that I make you do as many stairs as I do on a cruise ship, but it is sort of part of my strategy because I know I will be eating and taking in more calories than I would be if I was at home.
Yeah, so usually I book the rooms and choose what floor we're on. So I try to strategically figure where is Jill going to go the most so I can do the least amount of stairs.
Not wrong with that.
That's usually my strategy for booking.
We used to book really high up, and then he realized he was doing a lot of stairs up and down to all the action throughout the night, and so then he started putting our rooms lower and lower in the ship, closer to the main hangout areas.
Yeah, I don't mind if I have to go up a few stairs to get to the pool because I can cool off in the pool during the day, and I still got some energy left for the evening. But yeah, I don't want to walk 6 flights in a suit. Yeah, so yeah.
But he's never walked 6 flights in high heels, so that's the real challenge.
Not that we vlogged.
Not that we've vlogged. Not that you've done that I've known, anyways.
Team dive in. Why did I put that on the screen? Where's the Team Guy's Burger?
Back from New Amsterdam. Loved it. Dive in specialty dining. But ship rocked way too much. Oh, really? And not enough variety up in the Lidl.
For vegans.
Vegans, yeah.
Yeah, I was disappointed actually. Yeah, so that's interesting. Yeah, because I've had different experiences with eating vegetarian on Holland America. I had some really good success and some other hit and miss type of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder if the menu has changed a little bit or the options.
And Annette says she'd love to do a Great Lake cruise.
They're extremely expensive,
pricey. And what's interesting about that is one of the stops is actually about 100 feet from the door of where I work.
Yeah.
I can come into my office.
Mr. Kinnick looks at the ships parked.
Yeah, I walk across at lunchtime or on breaks, and I can go and see the cruise ships. And I always find it really fascinating because I watch people come off the cruise ships, and I see them from their balcony looking at me. And I'm thinking, is this how I look at people when I'm like in the Caribbean? I'm thinking I'm one of those local people that are trying to figure out whether I'm different than them. So maybe I think too much about it. But yeah, I always stare at the cruise ships thinking, well, if I was on the other side, what was that like looking at me? And we're booked on this is Southwest Florida Bulldog. We are booked on the Christmas
Markets River Cruise. I was wondering about that. When he said there was no cruise of the winter, I thought, well, there is the Christmas market one. I've always wanted to do that. I think that would be an amazing cruise. Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Wow.
Be their first river cruise going on Avalon. Nice.
Yeah, I'm learning stuff today. I thought that was not a thing.
Yeah, it is a thing. It is a thing. Yeah, for sure.
First river cruise, and you're choosing that.
I think that's the way to do it for sure.
So do you ice skate between ports? Or?
Yeah, that's it.
I'm not sure how cold it is in Europe at that time of year. Yeah, I don't forecast the weather there. So
I'm just going to say.
I tried to forecast in Scotland, but I haven't tried for mainland Europe yet. And sticky buns on Holland America breakfast are the best.
I agree with you.
There you go. You can just fill up on sticky buns.
You love those. Yeah.
Pretty sure they're vegetarian.
Yeah. Vegetarian, yeah, for sure. I'm pretty good at eating their bread pudding at lunch.
6 stairs and high heels. You surprised me.
Yeah.
I wonder how many.
We should vlog that.
I'm not sure 3 Jerry could do that.
I don't know.
Yeah. Not sure. Bruce and Tawny, and this is the buffet in Holland America self-serve, or does the crew? So the crew dishes it out for the most part. There's some self-serve stations, but I'd say the majority, like 80 or 90%.
I was just say I can't even think of anything that you
maybe like where you go and grab a bun or grab something small on the fringes. Yeah, but most of it is they serve you.
Staff serves you.
And they've always done that even before COVID. That's what we found. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. But I love that because I know nobody else is touching it. Yeah.
Yep. No, they serve you. And those sticky buns are great. There we go. I'm a big sticky bun fan. Want to go on Southwest Florida Bulldogs family.
Yeah.
There you go.
Right. Doesn't that sound like a great trip for sure?
Yeah, for sure. All the way back to Europe. But that'd be something to see. Yeah. Right, we're at the end of the question, so let's talk a little bit about Black Friday sales we've been all looking at and what that means. And I guess the first thing I'm going to say is what I say to everybody that asks me about cruises and Black Friday. And that is that a lot of times you're not necessarily getting a great price. What you're getting is they're throwing in extra perks, whether that's second person flies for free or whether that is gratuities included or extra money for onboard credits. I find
paid excursion.
Yeah, I find that's where the value is on Black Friday. Now, in saying that, Black Friday is really well positioned for March break, spring cruises, because it's kind of just that time where it's almost a final payment, and the cruise ships are trying to fill the ships up then that are usually, January to March are usually their slower times. So a lot of times you get great deals for the following January to March during Black Friday, and we're seeing some of that now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of what I tell people is don't look for great prices, especially if you're looking beyond the year. So for example, I looked at 2 Holland America cruises by mistake. I was looking for March of 24 for a possible group cruise for everybody. And I saw one price, and then I went back in and did a search a few minutes later, and I chose March of 23 by mistake. And I looked at that, oh, wow, like in a few seconds, the cruise just dropped $300 a person. And then I realized it didn't. It was just I had the wrong March, right? So there's an example. If you book a year and a bit away on Black Friday, you're going to pay a lot more money than you would for booking it for the upcoming March.
Yeah, that's
so
what we've noticed.
So that's causing us a little bit of debate about the group cruise thing. How soon do we book it or tell everybody what we're going to do? Yeah, it's a tough call for me because I know it'll probably be cheaper a year from now than if we book it right now.
Yeah,
we're having that debate, and we'll obviously bring that up on the Facebook group to talk more about with everybody.
Yeah, but for sure, like in the past, we've pretty much every year during Black Friday have booked a cruise for March, the coming March, and we've always gotten really amazing deals.
Yep.
But trying to book a year and
Yep.
a bit ahead, we weren't getting the deals.
No, even next summer, so I saw Celebrity had a couple of deals for next fall, so there are a few deals.
Okay.
But for the most part, you're going to get extra perks and features in Black Friday is what I've been noticing. Like, for example, Holland America, they had taken off the gratuities included as part of the Have It All.
Mhm.
They've now added it back in again. So the Have It All starting as of last Friday now includes the gratuities again. When that doesn't sound like a lot to some people, but you think about what they charge per day, $30 roughly a night for a couple on a 7-day cruise. That's a $200 and some odd savings that you're not having to pay for in the gratuities. So
Yeah.
so it's a
makes a
significant
difference for
amount
sure.
when you think about it. That's money directly that would have been out of your pocket that now that you save on the cruise. So yeah. So take a couple more questions before we talk more for Black Friday.
Oh, okay.
We'll throw it in there now and then.
Okay. Sure. Maybe.
Jill, have you tried the giant chocolate eclair on Holland America Dutch Cafe?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, I didn't, but Jill ate lots of them.
I'm pretty sure it's on film with me having my mouth around this great big giant thing. Yes, delicious.
I fell into a trap of like just about every evening, kind of like thinking I'm just going to skip dessert in the main dining room and go for one of those monsters eclairs. They were so good.
They were delicious.
And unfortunately, the Dutch Cafe is strategically positioned between the dining room and the theater and the music venues.
Yeah.
So you have to walk by it. So it's hard to walk by the Dutch Cafe and not get something.
If you're on the lower deck,
You have to kind of
because
jump around.
the dining room was two levels.
Yeah.
We were up on the higher deck where it was. Yeah.
Maybe I just deliberately went by the Dutch
Yeah,
Cafe.
maybe.
Maybe that was my problem.
Uh,
Oh, Jill is so lucky to keep her figure. Here you go. All that cruise food.
yeah. No.
That's
Trust me, it's I'm not keeping it very well these days. Yeah. Thanks, though. That's a nice compliment.
I wish I had your figure.
Yeah.
Maybe I could do those heels then.
Mm-hmm.
We avoid the buffets on Princess. We do the International Cafe for breakfast,
Yeah.
egg McMuffin sandwich and coffee, MDR for lunch and supper. Yeah. Yep.
Mhm.
So
We would agree with that.
Yeah.
I'm never really a huge buffet fan, but I will say that my favorite buffet is on the Hull ships, all of the Holland America ones that I've been on.
Yeah.
I have preferred them over
Yeah,
any
that-
buffet, but I have successfully gone on a 7-day cruise and not gone into the buffet. So
Yeah.
that is my preference.
Royal Caribbean usually has a good buffet, but it's usually really busy is what I found. And the
Yeah.
once we did it, but
That's
yeah.
true.
Yeah.
But yeah, we enjoyed their buffet a little bit more too.
And I'm not a big sandwich guy, so I was really excited about the International Cafe, but I'm not a big sandwich guy. So you used it more than I did for food, I think.
I don't know that I think I only had cookies. So we got cookies there
I
once
had
or
cookies
twice. Yeah.
It was strategically positioned next to the Good Spirits bar, so we would go over and get cookies and have it with our Good Spirits drinks. Then
Bar snacks.
we saw someone vlogging the other day, and I don't know why we didn't think of this. Who were we watching vlogging? Was it Paul and Carol?
Mm.
And they were sitting in the Good
Yes,
Spirits, and
it
they
was Paul and
were
Carol.
using the app, and they were ordering food,
French fries
and
and
stuff.
chips.
to the bar. I don't know why we didn't think of that.
Yeah.
So there you go. There's a good tip right there. If you're at the bar and you want a bar snack and they don't have any, just order it on
You
your
can
app.
order potato chips to get delivered wherever you are.
If you're on Princess, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd be nice if Holland America added that because they have some good room service.
Well, they do for sure.
Yeah, to your room. Good news is Holland America has honored price reduction for me.
Oh, nice.
Offered a refund, upgrade, or onboard credit when I called.
Oh, very nice, Vicky. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's nice to hear that they do something like that
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I found that before I've heard that they give,
Yeah.
if the prices change, they often will give you the new price outright, but they'll give you a credit for the difference. Yeah.
Yeah, and we were successful with doing that with our princess cruise too. It was reduced from the time we booked it, and we were able to have the exact same thing happen.
Sorry, I was sneaking a peek before I pushed the button.
Mm.
71 people in the chat. Good job.
Oh,
And only
thanks.
9 likes. Hit
Uh-huh.
the thumbs up button again.
Thanks. Thanks, Frank.
Yeah, hit the thumbs up button. Definitely helps the channel.
Yeah.
But but your comments and discussion is really what's important to us. But yeah, thanks for Frank for reminding everybody there. Peter's asking, if you book all of us for a group cruise in 2024, can I from England book with you too, or do I have to do it from here? I'll have to check on that, because I know that we tried to book a P&O cruise out of England.
And they wouldn't let us.
They wouldn't let us book it from Canada. We had to deal with a third-party site here, which was another travel agency, which was really strange for me as a travel agent trying to book it. They wouldn't let me even as a travel agent book. So I would have to find out. I know there's a lot of Europeans that book Holland America cruises. So I would assume there must be a way.
For sure.
But
I'm not sure if you can book it through your agency.
Yeah, I can look into that for you, Peter, and I'll let you know. So we'll figure that one out.
Good question.
Yep. Yeah, because we might have a few Europeans that might want to join us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Tanya, hope I was saying that right. Tanya, do you book your next cruise on a ship, or do you wait until you get home? So, again, this kind of feels like the Black Friday question to me a little bit, because usually when we're on the ship, we see all the list of cruises, and sometimes they used to give a printout. I don't know if you remember the good old days where there'd be like 20 sheets of paper with all the cruises forever.
They give you a book of it, and you have to go study it on your sea day.
and you could go back and you could book. And I guess what they usually do is they used to offer, the only difference in price, the pricing wasn't any different from online, because we would check our phones and see what the comparison was. The difference was they gave you like an onboard credit. So
that made it a better deal.
So sometimes if you want to add an extra 50, 100, you want to sure what the deals are these days, but you want to add an extra credit and you're going to book anyways, it might be worth your while. Mm-hmm. So yeah, but the prices I find usually weren't much different. So we never have, but what we have done,
the future cruise
credits. In Norwegian, I don't think still have it or not. They used to have
they do
a great deal that you would go on board and they would match you, I think, would they not? Like you would give them $300, for example, for future credits, and then they would give you $300 back in onboard credit on the cruise that you're on.
Right.
So we had no bill at the end of the week because of that. Plus, we still had $300 to spend on a future cruise, or actually you could break it up. I think it was, Right. Yeah, you can see there's different packages with Norwegian.
Yeah, every cruise line has their own little sort of. What is the word I'm looking for? Yeah,
promotion or onboard booking promotion. Yeah.
So it depends on the cruise line. We haven't done it personally. We know a lot of people that have.
Yeah.
That's the answer.
And if you use a travel agent and you do that, then your travel agent will still be involved, and it'll come back through their agency for the booking. So just, that way you're not kind of cheating on your travel agent. So mimosas for breakfast.
Yes. Nice.
Yes.
For sure.
Okay, we always book. This is Claudia, and she said we always book 1 year in advance and check the price, and then you can rebook with Al, save $24. Yeah.
Okay.
And I think with Holland America, I've done what I usually do with Holland America is if the price has changed, sometimes I'll just move up a category and it won't cost me anything. Yeah, we've done that. We've gone from inside to ocean view, or ocean view to a better ocean view, that type of thing.
Yeah, that's true.
So we might be doing that for our March break cruise, because I see the price has changed, and we might be moving to maybe a balcony.
Oh, really?
We've never done balcony on Holland America, so that could be something new for us. Mm-hmm. We'll see. Yeah. So, yeah, definitely watch your prices. Carnival for years has had a best price guarantee where you could book. It was part of the promotion that you could call at any time and adjust it to the better price if they have a better price. Mm-hmm. I think most cruises have some kind of
something along that line
mechanism to make it work. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And when is a sale not a sale? The Holland America sale for Black Friday is free gratuities included, but the fares went up accordingly.
Right. So that's obviously not a sale, right?
So that's what I noticed.
So you have to know your prices.
Yeah, I have a spreadsheet that I keep track of prices all the time, and I noticed the same thing. I looked today. I thought, I'm sure this cruise I'm looking at right now was cheaper 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and we found that today.
Yep.
So it definitely is a thing for sure.
Yeah. So you're right. You have to really know your prices, and then you also have to know the value of the perks that are being included to do the math to figure out, am I getting a deal or not getting a deal?
And the other thing is, are the perks that you're going to use, right? Because if they're not going to be something that you would normally do, well, is it really a perk then? Because then you're feeling like you have to do it. So yeah, we have a whole spreadsheet Mr. Kunuk has designed, which he's shared with most of you.
I haven't updated, but I should do that. Yeah.
Anyways, and we sit down and sort of figure out what we think the best deal is. And sometimes you're right. When they put out these big promotions, it is just eye-catching, and it's really not a deal.
Yeah. 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 My favorite is, the $199 per person cruise it's on, 80% off. And then you click enough buttons and get to the end, and it's actually $1,000.
Right.
Taxes and all the extra.
All the hidden fees and all that.
So yeah, it's very hard to take the sticker price for sales. That's for sure. You have to really know your prices. Yeah. Yeah. And Tani are saying, does your $100 per person per night price that you book, include the gratuity and fees. Not usually. That's usually our starting point. Like if we can get a have it all, or the free at sea stuff with Norwegian, if we can get $100 a day with all that stuff in, we've really got a good deal.
Good deal.
If we're paying $100 a day that doesn't include anything, we're kind of where we are comfortable spending that much, but not much more.
Right.
And so yeah, I'm trying to think of the cruise lines that you get gratuities for free. We've seen on Princess now. We've seen on Holland America now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we've seen on Norwegian or Carnival yet. Definitely not Carnival.
Definitely not Carnival.
Not sure if Norwegian's ever had it, so I'm not sure. But
didn't we have it?
Celebrity, I think, might have it now and then. I'm not sure. We haven't done Celebrity.
Yeah, I think they have. They do. Yeah.
So yeah, the $100 per day. It's kind of a flexible number. If we can get that with those perks, then we're 2 thumbs in. Like we're right there.
We're there.
But like today, we're doing the math. We noticed the Holland America to add the have it all package to a normal cruise was an extra $500 a person.
Yeah.
We're like, well, that sounds like a lot. Maybe we don't need the drink package. But when you add up all the little pieces in there and I put a money value to it.
Right. Because tips were included in that. Yep. Internet was included in that. So those are 2 things we definitely do use.
Yeah. Yeah. And then the shore excursion as well.
Excursion. We usually tend to book at least 1 shore excursion through the cruise company per trip. Yeah. We won't do it for all of the ports, but we usually do at least 1. So having 1 credit for it is nice for us. We did a book a promotion years ago with Norwegian where it was you were given a $50 credit for each port of call, which we only ever used it on 1 port of call, so it wasn't really that great of a thing for us. Yeah. So
like when we added up the have it all, it worked out that before you considered the price of the drink package, all the other perks added up to about $400 a person. So at that point, we're thinking, okay, it's extra $500. So it was $100 per person then to add the drink package when we were doing the math on the have it all. So when you're talking Black Friday sales in Holland America, to us, it made sense because we use all those perks.
Right.
So if you use all those perks and you're not a big drinker, it's still probably worth your while. But if you don't use the perks.
Yeah, we did. We added it up today at home, just on the 2 of us saying using all of those perks, all it worked out to was the drink package was costing us how much?
$100 a person.
$100 a person for the whole week. But what was it? We broke it down to a day. I'm trying to remember.
It worked out to $7. It's like $15 a day somewhere.
We remember thinking if we had 1 alcoholic drink and 1 specialty coffee, we were there. Yeah. So then it makes it worthwhile. Sorry. I need to come up forward. I'm sort of slouching as I'm talking the sun again. Guys.
We usually book well on the cruise. At the very least, you do get an open booking or you get other perks for it. So one of the perks that you do often get on a cruise line when you book, I've heard this before, is you can change your booking.
Yeah.
So you can put a deposit down. You call the cruise line a few months later and say, that's not the cruise I want to do. I want to do this one. And they just transfer it over and you can book that one. So, and I've talked to some people that do that deliberately, not knowing what cruise they're going to take, but just to get the onboard credit. So that when they transfer the booking, they still get the credit. So that is a strategy we've heard of people doing on cruise lines when they do book on the ship. Yeah. And those places on the ship, like we sat right across from the Royal Caribbean, the booking
first cruise or next
cruise office. And it was packed every day. I'd sit there in the window just watching people lined up to get in there. So a lot of people do book on the ship.
It's a very popular thing for sure.
Greg is saying, I'm hearing you will wait until next fall to book the group cruise for 21. No, not necessarily. So that's our debate is, do we set a date in a ship and we say for sure we're group cruising now and we leave it up to people to book whenever they're comfortable and pay whatever price they're comfortable with? Or do we just book everybody and way ahead of time? We just pay the prices with the price. We're having that debate because we don't want anybody to pay more than they need to.
Right.
But we definitely want to give people enough time and notice that they can plan to do that cruise and not have to book it last minute, right?
Right. Yeah.
So we're kind of on the fence and we're hoping to kind of discuss that, back and forth, maybe on the Facebook group or something, and try to figure out what people are comfortable with, because we can easily set a date and say, okay, next, March 10th, we're going on a cruise on New Stotendam. Let's all book it, or let's all agree that we're going to book it and then book it whenever we want.
Right.
Obviously, with a group booking, it's a little different because you have to reserve space and you have to all make a deposit by a certain date. So it gets a little more complicated.
But I guess as long as we can guarantee that Holland America, and maybe that's something you need to look into, is if we go with Holland America or Princess, whatever cruise line we go with, that they will price match if it changes between now and then. So I guess it's worth you investigating that.
Yeah, because I know that I booked a Princess and Norwegian cruise and they both price matched. So they usually set a group rate if you book a group cruise, and that rate carries you through till final deposit time. And a lot of times that rate, when you set it a year and a half ahead, it's lower by the time you get to final deposit. So you've got to be able to renegotiate the rate for the group before you make final payments. So it's a little bit complicated, and it makes it look like the group rate is more than the actual public rate is what happens.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit messy. So that's what we found booking 2 groups now. So but yeah, we're not saying we're going to give everybody 3 months notice for group cruise. I don't think that'll work.
No, that's not fair.
We're just not sure how we're probably just going to pick a cruise and a date, and then we're just going to figure out from there how we're going to get everybody booked on it.
Right. And I guess the big thing is we thought we'd see better deals this weekend, but we didn't.
Not,
but now, quite seriously though, Black Friday isn't until next weekend.
Yeah, so
we're just
we'll
seeing
see.
Pre-sales. I don't know if it'll get better next week or not.
Yeah, we're seeing deals for 23, but not for 24. So if that's the case,
right.
We'll have to make a decision. But we should pick a cruise for sure. Yeah, we're not going to leave everybody blown in the wind for a year.
No,
for sure.
We won't. We promise.
We will make a decision.
We won't do that.
Usually the buffet on my way to the main dining room. There
you go. We've done the reverse. There's been a few times where one of us has not really enjoyed what we've had in the dining room, and so we've gone upstairs to the buffet and supplemented our meal.
Yeah. Peter's saying it's dangerous to book another cruise when you're on one. When I'm cruising, because exactly, you'll say yes to anything.
I'll say yes to anything. I agree with you with that.
Yeah, I feel what cruise is a Holland America cruise. We were on there like the final day or two, and we were trying to convince them just to let us stay on. How much does it cost to stay for another week? We're not going anywhere.
That was our Christmas, New Year's one. If we didn't have to come back to work, we would have done that because we were COVID tested back at the point when they were doing that, and we were safe and ready to stay, and and they were cruising at like 40% or something.
They had lots of space.
They had lots of space to let us stay, but unfortunately we had commitments.
So Annette's saying Holland America they booked on board and they only had to put $100 down. So that could be an advantage too, is that there's cheaper deposits.
Yeah.
And that's another perk. I didn't mention it, but sometimes for like Black Friday or other holidays, the sale price is reduced deposits. So that's another thing they do to make it seem like you're adding value.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of refundable deposits if I want to cancel outright, but it's harder to get that. It's harder
to get them now. We were able to get them a year ago when cruising was just starting back up.
So happy to hear that Holland America, you only have to pay the difference on a more expensive drink. Okay, when you have the drink package, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, because
I think pretty much all the cruise lines is like that.
There was one that wasn't.
Norwegian is like that for sure. I know that.
I'm not sure. Princess
and
is like
I'm
that?
pretty sure Carnival was the same way. So yeah, I think so. I think
Vicky doing a Holland America in 8 days. That's $200 base fare for both of us for 5 days. Port tax is $250. 75 credit. Couldn't pass it up. Cheaper than staying on. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And I was just saying that to Mrs. Canuck this afternoon. We were talking about prices of cruises. And I said, there's a sweet spot there. If you get out of the 7-day cruises and go a little bit shorter, a little bit longer, usually the cruise fares are a little bit cheaper.
Right.
Sometimes a 10-day you can get it for as much or less than a 7. And a lot of times a 5-day you can get it for half the price of a 7. So yeah, if you live in Florida and get to cruises easily or want to do a couple back-to-backs, that's a really efficient way to save money for sure. Yeah. Rudy's saying on a Holland America in January, I've added to have it all. It did not include gratuities. Do you think I could book and have it? So I'm not sure because someone else had mentioned that as well. And I don't know if they looked into it.
It's worth calling because I do know that they were letting some people get the equivalent as an onboard credit. That's what we've heard.
But to me, I'm thinking is if they said no and they just give you credit for your deposit, then say, okay, cancel the cruise. Call back tomorrow, use your credit, and book the same cruise with the have it all package. So when I think of it that way, I think they would have to do it if you call them up and just made your case. I think.
Right. Yeah.
I definitely would look into that. I wouldn't just sit on it and just assume that you're not going to get it.
Yeah,
you might actually.
You might.
Yeah. And Peggy said $100 per person for a cruise is amazing. If we want to cruise that cheap, yeah. I remember back when COVID was just coming to an end for the cruise industry and they were crazy again, we looked at a couple of cruises that we saw one that was $25 a person.
Yeah.
I'll never see that again, obviously.
They were just trying to prove that they could cruise without people getting sick, right?
Yeah.
It's when they were trying to do their sale getting back.
Peggy, that was the deposit required. Yeah. So Southwest Florida Bulldog. What kind of itinerary are you thinking of for the group cruise? So I think we're thinking Caribbean.
Yeah.
We're thinking, it sounds like most people, 7 days works best for those that might be maybe still working. And
probably leaving Fort Lauderdale, whether we're doing
Florida,
Eastern or a Western is still sort of up to debate, kind of because it's more dependent on the ship at that point.
Yeah.
As to what it's doing. So
and we're we're kicking around 3 different cruise lines. It's leaning towards Holland America, but we haven't ruled out Princess and Celebrity. Maybe,
yeah.
but
those are the 3 that we're comparing.
Yep.
The Princess, Celebrity, and Holland America.
Yep.
I think we're pretty close to getting the same experience on each.
Yep.
So that's where we're going.
So we're almost close to the hour, but we're going to get to all these questions. So.
Oh, okay.
We would order room service and then run up to the nighttime buffet and then go back to our room and get some more room service. There you go.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You have a strategy.
We usually like to find it where like the welcome back parties are. Or in Princess, there was like the elite party. It was like appetizers and stacks. Remember, Carnival used to have the taster bar, and they had appetizers. We always try to find a nibble before the dining room for sure, even though you don't need it with all the food you get in the dining room.
But if you're drinking,
you want something.
Something, right? It just seems weird if you're just having multiple drinks. So yeah.
Are we going to try to avoid March break for 24 group cruise and possibly better flight price? Well,
yeah,
it's exactly what Mrs. Canuck said today.
That's exactly what my thought was.
Because I said
because
maybe
the price was good for March.
Yeah.
For the cruise, really good.
But the flights.
But my concern is all of us Canadians that have to fly to the port. It might not be such a good deal by the time we add the flight in.
Yeah.
So yes, he has to look at that too.
Yeah, we're looking at that. Yeah, we're still trying to figure out what we can even be off for work at that time. What's going on with work situations? So that's part of the reason we're looking a little closer at what we're going to do for timing. Are you leaning towards March for the group cruise? Do you think January, February? Typically, wave season when it's cheapest is sometime right after New Year's till sometime around Valentine's Day or March. So we were thinking price would be probably late January. So we were leaning towards. I did look at March 10th today, which is March break. But again, that's a concern for Canadians and flying, so we're not sure. So yeah, we're looking at a lot. We just have no definitive answer yet. So but we're not in a big panic, but we definitely think that probably everybody wants to know this before a year before, right?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
Which means Christmas and holidays coming up, cruising coming up. We're probably going to have a decision before Christmas, is my guess. And hopefully maybe by next week. We'll see. Peter says, thanks so much for the live sessions. You perfect end to the weekend.
Well, thanks,
Very welcome,
Peter.
Peter. We still got a little bit left, so don't hang up yet. And to go in the main dining room and do another all over again, a time or two. One main dining room to another. Okay. So like on a cruise like Princess, for example, there's multiple main dining rooms.
Oh, okay.
We've never done that before.
No. That's a time commitment because that takes up your evening, I would imagine.
Yeah. So I got a little bit of a tease on the vlog I'm working on. Well, the many vlogs I'm working on, but this is a bit of a tease for what's coming up. I'm not sure if this will start out on this Wednesday or this Saturday or next Wednesday. We'll figure it out. But in the next week, I'm hoping they're going to see the next step of our vlogs. And this is a bit of a tease what we saw the first time, minutes after we landed.
Yeah. Wow, isn't that beautiful? Oh.
Here we are, coming into Rome for the first time for me, second time for Jill and I. Just absolutely beautiful, just incredible. Like, and the history was all around us, right? So yeah, so that's a bit of a tease what's coming. We landed in the evening and we did Rome the next day, and that was a heck of a day. Yeah, for what we saw and what we did and how far we walked, it was all around just a phenomenal day. So hopefully that'll be out, and then right after that, Norwegian Epic will come up right after we get the Rome one out.
We squeezed a lot into the one day in Rome.
Yes.
You know, we were exhausted by the end of it, but we had an amazing day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, someone is asking, Richard saying, did you mention Jill's big news? So Jill's big news is her video for her dress reveal. So I said Facebook group will have that on Instagram. It's on YouTube, but we're trying to figure out how to get it working. But yeah, and when is the dress hall video? Peggy says right here. And I'm hoping to have a link in the Facebook group right after this. So hopefully in the next hour or so, it'll show up and you'll be able to click and see the whole video. I think it's 11 minutes long of all just dresses. Yeah, I wasn't allowed to be in any part of the video.
That's not true.
It wasn't.
He did comment on a few, so
Yeah.
Nice comment.
Yeah, they didn't fit me at all. No.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're at the end of the questions. At the end of what we wanted to cover tonight, like I said, Black Friday sales, be careful, know your prices. Group cruise, we're working on some details for early 24. We're trying to just get it right. And well, like I said, we'll probably either have some more surveys or some more discussion on the Facebook group, and we'll get a date and a ship and something figured out.
All right.
Okay.
Sounds good.
Thanks, everybody. And we will see you, I believe, next week. We're still around. Hold on. Yes, next week. Yeah, we've got some travel on some weekends coming up. We may have a live that doesn't show up, but we'll let you know ahead of time what the schedule is. But next week, we're definitely live again next Sunday night. So have a good week, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye for now.
Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Take
Thanks
care.
for tuning in. Yeah.